guys, gals, and non-binary pals. I don't know how to segue, so long story short, I had a little cry about this last night. Just a little one, like a baby cry. Wasn't anything serious. But, raise your hand if you feel like, or have ever felt like before in your life, that unrealistic expectations have been placed upon you. If you said yes, then I am sorry about that. But like, you get it, you feel. If you didn't raise your hand, I just had a little bit of a fat cry about this, because it's kind of difficult these days. I mean, it feels like if I'm not successful by the time I'm like 24, 25, then I'm going to die. Like, that's what it feels like sometimes. It's like if you're not successful by a certain day or age or whatever, then that's it. You will never have another chance. And I'm trying to remember that that's not the case. But it's difficult. It is. Also not going anywhere today. I just felt like doing my face because I felt like being fancy. I want to be fancy, so leave me alone. I'm going to pee. I didn't wash my hair, now it's like all spiky and I probably should have. It's fine, I'm not going anywhere. Who I got to impress? But yeah, expectations. They suck. And I am lucky in the sense that my parents understand and they're not really putting high expectations on me to figure things out right away, because they were in the same boat as me. They didn't know what they wanted to be. And so they're kind of empathizing with that, and they're like, it's okay, take your time. You're only 18. But I'm only 18, and I already feel like I'm failing at something, but I don't know what I'm failing at. It's just this overwhelming feeling of, oh no, that just gets stronger, like, every year. But yeah, I am lucky in that sense that my parents aren't really the ones putting the pressure on me. It's more of it's more of an internal thing that I'm doing to myself. Because, like, it's hard. Let's not act like it's not difficult to see the people around you accomplishing things at the same age as you. Let's not act like that's not difficult to see. Obviously, you should be supporting people. That's a given. You should do that. Though it can be a little bit of like an oof moment when people your own age are succeeding at what they want to do. And it's like, well, on the one hand, I don't know what I want to do, so there's that. But also on the other hand, even if I did, I wouldn't know how the hell to go about it. I definitely feel like I'm not alone in this, because okay, Colonel Sanders has had like a revival, because all I've been seeing online is people sharing his life story about how he didn't make a name for himself until he was in like his 60s or something. I've been seeing a lot of that going around lately. So unless it's the universe being like, it's okay, or people are just kind of like, yay, Colonel Sanders. Sanders? I don't know, but the moral of the story is just try not to beat yourself up a little bit, which kind of hypocritical of me to say, because I do beat myself up a fair bit. Especially when I'm talking like I'm old. But I feel like it's especially when like you're younger, there is this pressure to figure out who you are like straight away or something. I don't know, maybe this is just me and from what I'm seeing. Correct me if I'm wrong, or if maybe your story is different. But like, that whole thing, I don't know. There's definitely people who figure it out straight away what they want to be, and that's good for them. Then there's people like myself who've got no clue. And I feel like that should be a lot more normalized than what it actually is. And don't get me wrong, I still know plenty of people my age who don't really know what they want to do, but they at least have direction. And I'm just here twiddling my thumbs like, okay. Because I don't know. I have like a basic idea of things I'd like to do, but again, I don't really know how to get there. Is there something in my eye? Like, I don't know how to get there. Or the path to get there seems a little spooky. But I guess the pathway to anywhere will take time and hard work. I feel like no one ever knows what they want to be or figures things out. Because even like I asked my parents, and they're like, they still have no clue really who they are or what they wanted to do or what they want to do now. It's just like, I think no one ever really figures it out. And the people who claim to have figured it out are just lying. That's what I'm gonna say. That's what I'm gonna believe. Definitely have people who they see that I'm not really goal oriented and they're trying to change that, which is their idea of helping, which I understand. Yeah, they're like, oh, you need to do ABC to complete this, and I'm like, but I don't want to do that. And they're like, oh, well, you need to do this, and I'm like, but I don't want to do that. Don't let people dictate what you have to do. Because I feel like once you start saying yes to things like that, then you won't ever stop saying yes. And that was me for a little while. When I left high school, I was saying yes to so many things because I had no bloody idea what I wanted. And here were people offering me things that I could use. And they at least. They at least had things that, kind of made sense to me. And I thought, oh, this person is obviously much older than me. They have an idea on what I need to do. Oh, I love having a monkey brain. And a lot of those people, they come from a good place. They just want to help and they want to see you succeed. But sometimes they kind of input their own beliefs and values on what you should do without really. They don't really take into account what you want sometimes. And they try to find the best path for you, maybe financially or career-wise. But if it's not something you want to do, then it's not really very helpful. And like I've been trying to learn to say no to things that I know I'm not going to participate in, or things I know I'm not really going to enjoy that much. Just for like the sake of it. I mean, say yes. This is kind of like a. It's confusing to say because you should say yes to some opportunities and experience some things because you never know. You might find the thing that you're really enjoying and the thing that you're missing. But like if you know deep down that you're not going to like something, then don't do it. Don't waste your time on it. I guess I'm doing one eye pink and one eye purple. Can't really see, but I'm sitting like in the far corner of my room and the sunlight is barely coming in. Because my neighbors decided to. Why do I sound prepubescent? My neighbors decided to build this massive hidden shed. And it now like covers majority of my window and I get barely any sunlight in. And that's just like great, Thanks guys. It's not like he could have warned us or anything. But yeah, I'm not using tape as well. I'm using this little, I don't know, piece of plastic with stickers on it. Because I'm trying to step away from using tape. And I feel like it's just not good. I feel like you shouldn't put tape around your eyes. I feel like that's kind of like a non-given thing I should have figured out beforehand. But look, if you've got life, if you're a young person and you've got life figured out, kudos to you, man. You're doing a better job than I am. I just feel like there are so many opportunities out there for things to do that for me it's hard to just pick one thing that I want to try. Like I want to try this and I want to give that a shot because what if I do enjoy it? Which comes back to like taking opportunities and stuff. But the things that I want to do are things that people don't really understand, or they're things that no one else can provide or work for but myself. Like these videos that I have, I don't know where the hell I'm going with them. I'm just bored and I want to have some fun. That's kind of cute, like Loki. Loki? Might have brought it up just maybe a little bit too high, but it's fine. I just never let me make my future kid think that they're failing just because they're not doing something at a certain time. And that's the thing, everyone's got like a different timeline and stuff. You probably heard this before. I'm not the first person to say it, I'm not going to be the last person to say it either. But it's true, everyone has a different timeline of when they accomplish things, and just because someone accomplishes something at a later time, like a later date, or when they're older, doesn't make it any less significant. Because I feel like the common thing to do is like, you finish high school, then you go to like uni or college or whatever, then you get whatever degree you want, and then you find work in there, and that's just life. This looks really bad on camera, but I swear to God, it looks so much better in person. Actually, like I'm onto something here. I'm onto something. Yeah, if you accomplish something at a later date, that doesn't make it invalid or anything. That's what I'm trying to get at. I also feel like not a lot of people have the same opportunities, because this gets into a whole thing about like income status and where you live and all that sort of bias that comes with some people, because of maybe where they live or their like current income, they don't get the same opportunities as some people, which sucks. Actually, okay, it looks really bad. It's fine. Actually, another bad. No. Yeah, I kind of don't really. I'd never had like a plan. I probably should have planned out what I was gonna say first, because I'm kind of just like, I'm making up as I go along. That's okay. I had a little cry about it last night. Just a couple of tears were shed, nothing crazy. Because I got a little overwhelmed with everything, and I was like, I need to have a little cry, and then I did, and then I felt better. This is why I need to cry about things, because they can help you feel better about other things. That's the life lesson. Crying about things can help you feel better about other things. It's confusing to talk about and kind of difficult because it's different for everyone. Everyone goes through different things. Everyone is born into a different family that has different expectations put upon them. So when I'm talking about what my experience is, it's probably a lot different to what your experience is. One like equals one goddamn prayer for my voice. There are some people who complete their dreams at a really young age. And good for them. And there are some people who don't really figure it out until they're older. Or maybe they're not presented with an opportunity until they're older. But I feel like no matter what path we choose to go on, we should be allowed to at least have a fair shot, a fair chance. Sometimes I feel like the dreams I have are a little too big for my head sometimes. And I'm tiny. I'm like 5 foot, maybe 4'9", pushing it. I'm very little, and sometimes I feel like my dreams are quite big, and they're a little scary. I probably shouldn't be talking while I'm doing this. I'm gonna go get dressed.
A few moments later.
I got a goddamn monkey brain. I have one brain cell, and it is not working today. Everything is a mess. The way I talk is a mess. This whole process is a mess. I think if you do have a dream, if you do have a goal, like I said before, it can be kind of daunting. Especially if it's like a big dream and you don't know how to get there. Or you know that people aren't going to support you for it, or they're going to have a hard time getting on board with it if it's like out of the norm. But I feel like sometimes in order to become the person you want to be, you're going to have to disappoint a couple people along the way. It's not going to be fun, it's not going to be nice. It's just one of the things that might have to happen. And I say might. You might come from a community of really supportive people who have your back no matter what. And that's awesome. But for some people, that's not the case. I feel like everyone will have a different barrier depending on where they live and what their goal is. Now I feel like me. The difference is almost like comical. I mean, if you don't have anyone in your community to support you, I'm here. I'll adopt you. Even if you're older than me, I'll adopt you and I will support your dreams. I had another mascara that I really liked, but I can't find it for the life of me, and I'm pissed. Because it was a Christmas gift, and it was really good. Even though I hate the brand that it came from, it was really good mascara. Now I can go and get dressed. How's this? I hope this looks decent. I put the bandana on to try and distract how bad my hair looks today. I don't know if it's doing anything. This is what it looks like. Yeah, it's sparkly. I'd like to put some sparkles on it. I think the moral is just kind of like it's okay if you don't know what you want to do. This is still things that I'm learning and trying to come to terms with. But I like to think that, we all can do great things. Sometimes it just takes work. And that's scary, but we can get through it. Yeah. Do I look like Rosie the Riveter?